Then we're just waiting for people to show up a bit more. We will start very, very soon. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ICMS North America info session, the first info session for this round of recruitment. My name is Hisham. I am the National Executive Director for the North American region. And with me here, yes, Matthias, go on.
Yes, I am Matthias, the Deputy National Executive Director of North America.
All right, and today, so I'm just going to give an overview. Today will be a very short session. We'll try to end just after 8 because we started late. This is a short info session. Well, basically what we're going to talk about who we are, how are we different, what exactly do we do, maybe if we have time, how are we structured, who are we looking for, maybe a bit more of what is the application process will be like, and then we'll go to the questions. So I will start off to introduce what ICMS exactly is. So ICMS is a professional student organization that focuses on giving back to Malaysian youths by helping them develop in 3 main areas: leadership capabilities, intellectual rigor, and career pathways. How are we different? Maybe you guys are familiar with other student organizations in North America or elsewhere around the world. We are different in terms of our motto is 3 ways. We are different in these 3 ways. The first one, building networks. We are probably the first, if not only, global network of Malaysian students. We exist in 6 different countries, that being 2 being North America, Canada, United States. We have chapters in Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore, and the UK. So that's 6 different countries. So we work on that global team structure. Secondly, empowering leaders. Our students truly make decisions that make real changes in people's lives. And how we different is that we try to emulate a multinational corporation structure. That being said, we really strive for that professional sense. You guys see we're wearing suits right now, so we're quite professional. And thirdly, we realizing ideas. It really is about we have the ability, the human and financial resources to execute initiatives that will benefit the Malaysian youths. We do try to take ideas from our associates and really make them happen. And Matthias here will talk a bit more about what we do.
Okay, so for you who may be familiar with other student organizations in the United States, such as NAMSA or EPIC, WCC, or COMS, while they are more focused, or most, I guess, in general, most of the Malaysian student organizations are actually more focused on the welfare, like student welfare side of things. But for ICMS, we actually work with industry-leading firms to expose Malaysian students to opportunities, internship or job opportunities in Malaysia. And at the same time, we also do develop skills for our associates to be prepared to enter the corporate world. Now, what we do from chapter to chapter varies, and for the North American chapter, though, we have a few not flagship events, but we have 3 initiatives this year. So first one is our flagship event, ICMS Venture Challenge. This year we are actually collaborating with EPIC. And ICMS, IVEC is actually a 2-day event that's focused on collaborative work with people from different backgrounds on a case study. And then secondly, we do have our virtual career fair. This is something that's new. This is the first year that's being done in North America, and it's actually hosted by NAMSA. And we are actually collaborating with them, with 8 other student organizations. What is VICAP? So it's a virtual career fair, and it's actually the first ever online-based career fair that's happening on October 11th to October 15th. So if you have never heard of it, please do check out our ICMS Facebook website for more information. And then the other one we do have is our online speaker series. The online speaker series is an initiative started in the North American chapter, where we invite speakers from different industries to provide insights to students. Very much similar to this info session. Now, on the international level, however, we do have ICMS Academy. ICMS Academy is there to help develop skill sets of our associates. So things like coding workshops, design workshops, or even trading workshops, or we do have like management consulting workshops too over the summer and throughout the year. And we do have our two main flagship events, so Industry Insights and also the Malaysian Public Policy Competition that's usually held in Kuala Lumpur. Now, I guess next, I'm just going to pass it on to Hisham to talk about what we actually look for in future potential candidates.
Yeah, I think I'm going to skip the whole bit about how we're structured, because I think once you guys get in, because it's quite complicated, we're not going to go through it. So who exactly are we looking for? We're looking for passionate people who are willing to learn, especially because in the end, not everyone comes in having this whole corporate mindset and you're automatically good at talking to people. You can talk to a random person just on the fly. No, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for people who are willing to learn and they're passionate about what they want to learn. And we are also looking for people who would like to develop themselves and want to give back to the Malaysian community. That's one of the keys. I think it's a common misconception that people think that the regional ICMS councils help Malaysian students to get employment locally. No, we do. Our main goal is to hopefully solve the brain drain problem in Malaysia. We do want to get people back to Malaysia. We work closely with a lot of industry-leading Malaysian firms. That's why all our events are actually supported by them. We call them our partners, and not only our sponsors. I'll go through a bit more on the application process now. So it's going to be somewhat a 3-stage interview. You just have to fill in the application. That's the first stage. It's quite short. Just have to fill in your resume. And then we'll call you for an interview. And afterwards, we have something new that we're trying this year, which is going to be the virtual assessment center. What it is really is like an hour session where we will place you with other shortlisted candidates, and you will be doing a case study of sorts, and we will judge you because we want to see more, because personal interview sometimes there's a bit of a mismatch. You can lie about it, but when you're actually doing the work, then we can see the people who would fit with the ICMS culture. And then afterwards, we'll formally give you an appointment. And I'll give back to Matthias to talk a bit more about the term structure of ICMS.
Okay, so the term structure of ICMS is usually a year and a half. If selected to be an associate, first and junior associate of ICMS, the term should start late October, early November, and that will last till about February, where you actually get inducted officially as an associate, and from there on, you'll be serving the term till next February. So yes, our junior associate period, which is also known as the JA period, is held for 2 to 3 weeks before December, and each chapter does their own rotation differently. So for the North American chapter, we do have a development program, and it's based on rotational tasks, and the task will range from a weekly task to a bi-weekly task. So yes, that is the term structure. I'm just going to pass it back to Hisham to talk about some frequently asked questions.
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to expand a bit more on the term structure. I think one of the questions that we got from people who signed up for this session was, is this a lifelong membership? Technically, yes, it is. ICMS is a lifelong membership, but you have a term structure of a year and a half where you actively work with the council. And then afterwards, it's going to be, you will be inducted into what we call an alumni network. So that acts more as a supervisory board. So you oversee, so you act as somewhat an external auditor, an external supervisor to what ICMS is doing. And that is sort of, well, we'll go forward with that. Another common FAQ that we normally get is that, is it true that ICMS is all work and no play? yes, we maintain that. We maintain a very high level of professionalism. We don't compromise on that. But, and I think that's just reflected in the quality of our work. Our events are usually highly attended and at a very good level of professionalism. But we do have fun. In the summer, if you do come back, we actually do have a summer camp. And that's always fun. And of course, there's countless meetups. I think every weekend just past summer, that when I was in Malaysia, we actually met up with it, because it's a big group. ICMS is actually globally is around 170 students. North America, we normally take in about only 30. So in North America, since we operate more on an online basis because everyone is everywhere in the region, so it's nice when we go back to Malaysia, we actually get to sit with everyone physically. And yeah, so that's that. Other questions that we got, by the way, you guys are welcome to post questions. I'm going to read up, actually, a question from Hong Lu Guan. Do students from each region work together anytime? Yes, you are right. Because the way ICMS works is that you are not really attached to just one chapter. So I think my colleague just now mentioned about the ICMS Academy. That's a very, very global team. They're not attached to any single chapter. So there are many opportunities. I guess we'll let you explore once you get in. The short answer is they do work with students from other regions in multiple projects, especially for the summer, when you have the big projects on require as many manpower as possible. Some other questions that we got from our signups is, what benefits do you gain? Really, I would say networking is always the best, as similar to any other organization. But I think for me personally, the most has been the opportunity to really develop myself, because I came in not knowing what I was able to do, but I was constantly placed. ICMS requires you to deliver at a very high quality. So you're always put in a position where delivering high quality work is your only option. And sometimes that can get really rough. And I think that is not something that many organizations offer. We do have that sense of achievement in everyone that does ICMS work. Matthias, do you want to take up more questions? Other signups?
Yes, actually, I just want to add on to Hong Lu's question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you actually do work with people from other chapter most of the time, I would say. But that would depend on you, I guess, taking the initiative, because oftentimes associates will find themselves discussing or exchanging ideas during meetings. But the thing is that the way you actually execute an initiative may differ from chapter to chapter, just based on how each chapter operates differently. So for the North American chapter, it's more virtual centric. So a lot of the things we do are actually online, whereas for the Malaysian chapter, at least half of their initiatives are physical events. But we do not get that luxury here in the United States or Canada, which is why the tailoring part of it is quite important as well. And yes, I hope that answers the question.
There was a question on, can alumni who have jobs join ICMS? So we normally are actually looking for people, ideally people who are in their sophomore or freshman year. But there's nothing wrong with that. I was a junior, and we do actually have even a director in our team who's actually someone who's already working. The only thing is that ICMS is quite a time commitment. I would say between anywhere from 2 to 10 plus hours a week. It's very overtime. So sometimes it can get quite overwhelming, and we don't quite recommend those who are working, because we do sometimes require you to have meetings sometimes in the middle of the night, because we have such a global structure and everyone's available at very different times. So I hope that answers your question. Do you have any more questions from the audience? if there's none, there's really I don't think we should drag this on. People can watch this when they have their own time free. We do try to keep it short because of that. Um, really, final words from me. Personally, ICMS has been such a I know it's cliche, but it has been life changing. I came in not knowing, again, like I said just now, not knowing what I'm capable of. And I didn't think I was able to do this. Yes, I have thought of quitting because it's sometimes, responsibility is big, but in the end, the learning curve is steep, but you also learn so much from this short experience. Matthias, do you want to add on?
I guess for me, I don't think I regretted applying for ICMS. In fact, um, I think the experience that you get out from ICMS really depends on how much you really want it. And there are definitely enough financial and human resources there for you to execute things that you may want to do uh, for the benefit of the Malaysian youths. I really encourage you to apply. And I think the best part about it, I think overall, is to actually just meet like-minded people who are equally driven, if not more driven than you. So yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. And I think also, before I forget, um, just so you know, this is only the third year we are in the US. You may some we've had problems in the past. We are working on things, that we are improving ourselves. We keep having new things, and we do believe that this upcoming year, we will improve so much because we have a lot of programs structured, and we will be working hard into making your experience in next council worthwhile. So yeah, we're probably going to stay on for a few more minutes in case anyone has any more questions, just because we started a bit late. So we're just going to wait around here. If you guys have questions, please post them in the chat group. Yeah, I hate to keep this super quiet. Matthias, do you want to share anything from your experience with ICMS? Any fun anecdotes, or I don't know. I think we've had rough times and we have fun times, right?
Yeah, I think fun anecdote. I think going back to Malaysia was really something. I think it was quite empowering to see different associates and directors from different chapters coming back at the end during the summer and spending time together, I think that's quite empowering somehow. Just because, um, you know, after months of working together virtually and having online meetings virtually, having to see each other physically at the end was quite exciting for me, really. But, what about you, Hisham? Do you have any fun?
I must say it's as a US student, right? Going to the US, I think it's somewhat a shortcoming on my part. Like you feel that you're good, but then you started working with these people. Regardless, they can be local students, and I noticed that Malaysian students who study in Malaysia are actually super capable. Not only super capable, a lot of them are a lot better than I am. I must say, because they feel when you're in that position, you feel like you have a lot to prove. That's when you actually do have more than people who think they have more. So for me, it's been a nice surprise, and it's good to work with all these dynamic people. So yeah, so that's been good. Who is this Izha, guys? Sounds familiar. Yeah, if you're interested, Izha, I'm not sure if this is Izha that we know or it's a different Izha. But in any case, if for those who joined a bit late, to apply, please go to our website, icmsscholars.org. We have our application link there. You can also look us up on Facebook. We are open until October 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. How does the interview work? It's going to be around a 30 to 45-minute interview. You will be in a chat, an online call with 2 to 3 different directors, and it's more behavioral questions. It's a cool chat. It's not really that intimidating, to be honest. We do have, of course, like more pressing questions. Why do you want to be here? But in the end, we really don't want to have people who are too similar, because we don't think that's the healthy way to shape a team. We do try to get a diverse team. We're not trying to get all extroverted people, because you cannot drive a team when everyone is a driver, right? So we do try to get a good mix. So for those of you who think that you might be afraid to apply because you don't think you're extroverted enough, please do apply. We do need people like you. We do need people who are who are calm, not only visionary, but calm. Yeah, people who are nice. I would say niceness is a big factor, because we like to keep everything nice. Matthias, want to take that one?
Yes. So Iza, to answer your question, I guess the events that we do from chapter to chapter differs. For the North American chapter specifically, most of our events are online, so it's a virtual-centric chapter. We have our online speaker series. That's one of it, a North American initiative actually. And what we do is we actually invite speakers from different industries to provide insight. So, like the first one we had was actually with Chen Chao, the founder of Fave. So if you don't know what Fave is, it's basically just Groupon in Malaysia. And then the second one we had was with an investment banker from Maybank. And then some upcoming ones includes like a software engineer from Google. So that's online speaker series. The other big one that we have is actually the virtual career fair. So this is an online-based career fair. It's the first ever virtual career fair in North America. It's actually hosted by NAMSA in collaboration with 8 other student organizations. So yes, but our flagship event for ICMS North America is actually IVAC. So IVAC stands for ICMS Venture Challenge. It's a 2-day event focusing on collaborative work with people from different backgrounds, so different like study backgrounds on case studies. Yeah, but on an international level, I mean not international, yeah, on an international level, we do have our summer events that's mainly held in Kuala Lumpur. We do have industry insights where we have our partners and sponsors like Ernst & Young, Maybank, Unilever to come and host a 2-day event for students. And then of course we have our Malaysian public policy competition that's also held in usually August in the summer for Malaysian students as well.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add, Vishal?
Not really. I think we're throwing too many information here. You guys probably won't remember all of them. I know I was super overwhelmed by all this information, so don't worry about it. I just apply. The deadline is coming up soon. It's October 22nd. We do recommend that you guys apply first, then we'll talk later. All right. I don't want to drag this. I don't want to drag this for too long. We can end now. Thank you everyone for coming. It's been nice. This is our first. For those who missed it and would like to be in a more interactive session later, because you guys can watch this on YouTube later. We will have more sessions. We'll have that on our Facebook page soon. So go and like the page. Thank you. All right. Good night.
Bye.